Okay, it is 9:15, so that means it's time for us to get started tonight. I know these early nights, it's so strange to be starting this early, right? It's not even that much ahead of schedule, 45 minutes earlier than normal, but yet it seems so off track, doesn't it? All right, we have got just one thing to open tonight, and that is hoops basketball. But I started us out on the wrong page, so let's start over. Yeah. We do have a little information to go over before we get to hoops basketball tonight. As you see there, first thing is just a note about feedback to let you know that mine is completely automated on eBay. So what that means to you, of course, is anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you will instantly get positive feedback in return. And then, of course, the second and most important message there is to say thank you. I do appreciate everyone who bids and breaks and chats with me. And somebody's telling me something in chat right now that says I need to check my email. I don't normally check my email during the break. You're saying your shipping is wrong. Okay. Well, then let's go take a look at that here in a moment. Guys, I'll let you look at this for a second. And apparently I've got to go look at someone's invoice. So I'll be right back with you. Okay, guys, sorry about the delay. Someone needed an invoice sent again. And I still show it as being, I showed it correct on my side, but I just resent it. And so hopefully you're going to be good to go now. All right, so we are looking at upcoming breaks that are listed on eBay. And of course, this is the stuff that's coming up over the next 5 days. A lot of this is starting early, as you see, all the way up through Monday night, because we're breaking so many things with lots of base cards and whatnot. So tomorrow night we are 5-star baseball, flawless baseball, which comes out tomorrow. It's a Friday release. The last case I have of immaculate basketball, and then we'll break a full case of prism football, which also comes out tomorrow as a Friday release. On Saturday, that is also an early 9:30 start time. We're going to open a single autographed baseball jersey. We will open a full case of Leaf full-size autographed football helmets. Those are also Friday releases, but we're not going to start breaking it until Saturday. More flawless baseball, and then a full 10-box case of Archives baseball on Saturday. On Sunday, mini football helmets by the half case, autographed football jerseys by the half case, and the rest of the hoops basketball. We're starting it tonight. We're going to finish it Sunday night. Please remember, guys, Veteran Base had its own bidding spot in this break, so it does not ship, okay? Veteran Base with its own bidding spot. So Monday night, we are again starting at 9:30. We're looking at Hit Parade autographed baseball jersey, a Hit Parade 4th and goal football box, which has 4 autographed memorabilia items in it. And we'll do another full case of Topps Update Jumbo. And man, we are going to ship all the cards in there. I really didn't want to, but you guys requested it, so we did one case without Veteran Base. We'll do one case with. But of course, this one that's going to have it with the base, the shipping will be adjusted to reflect the massive amount of cards that are coming in that 3,000 card break. Yikes. On Tuesday night, we'll open a Hit Parade full-size football helmet, a half case of autographed basketball jerseys from Gold Rush. We'll open the last case of 5-star baseball on Tuesday night and a second case of Prism football as well. And I believe I actually forgot to add a space. Let me do this real quickly here. For our veteran base, I don't think I remembered to add it. And I also think that it ended up not getting any bids on that anyway. But nonetheless, it does need to be on our spreadsheet. So hold tight while I get that adjusted, please. And then we'll slide right over here as soon as I get that handled. Well, maybe we will if I can get this handled. That is, my Excel is not wanting to cooperate with me tonight. It's acting kind of crazy on me. But I think we're under control now. Okay, so it is once again 10 boxes, which is a half case of 2018-19 Hoops basketball. This just came out yesterday. This is, of course, our first break. It's the start of a new case. And guys, since there are 20 boxes in here, I don't really want to take all 20 out and number them and go through that because there's not really a case hit in here. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to let someone there call it if you want the left side of the box or if you want the right side of the case. Note that the Raptors did not sell in the veteran base. Neither one of those got bids, so those hang out here with me since no one bid on them. So chime in, one and all, and let me know if you want left side or right side of the case, please. And Roper Student, hey, man, are you going to be able to send me back that Namath card? What's going on with that? I sent you a message, but I didn't hear back, so I don't know if you didn't see it or what happened there, but I'm still just trying to get that card back here for that Joe Namath National Treasures card. So if you can help me out and let me know the status on that, I would appreciate it. Because that, sadly, is about $75 or $85 for me. So, and considering I got stiffed last night for just under $200 at $180 something, yeah, that stuff all adds up. All right, so guys, right side, left side, what's happening here? Which side of the case do you want? Speak now, forever hold your peace. I've got the tape cut. I'm just waiting to hear if we are looking for left side or right side. And if nobody chooses, I'll just take the top 10 off the box. I'll just take them from each side and we'll take the top half of the case. I don't know. Oh, wow, you've been gone for 3 weeks. That is a long time, man. I hate being away from home that long. Okay, so I guess no one wants to call right side or left side. So here's what we're going to do then. We're just going to take out the top 10, and then we'll leave the bottom 10 will be in our next break. So there you go. That's how we're going to roll with it. Normally, you guys know I take them out and we number them and all that, but there are 20 boxes in here, which is a lot, and there are no case hits, you know, so to me, I think tonight was easier just to call a section and go for it. And this is going to be kind of a long break. Yeah, there's a lot of packs in each one of these boxes. 24 packs to be exact. And even though there aren't a ton of cards in each pack, the fact of the matter is we have got an incredible amount of packs just to open. That's the part that takes the longest in this. It is just absolutely crazy. But there's only 8 cards a pack, right? So they could have done this packaging way easier. It would have made our lives a little easier for breaking. But this is not really, I guess, probably a totally break-friendly product, if you will. But I do break it anyway because it is the first it's always the first of the season when they're in the new uniforms. I forgot to change our focus, didn't I? Whoops, I saw that zooming in and out that we hate or that I hate. Yeah, I forgot. Let me get that taken care of. There we go. Now autofocus is off, and I do know that that made the background go out of focus a little bit, and I'm still having trouble getting it set because, yeah, well, I am. Just I thought give you motion sickness. Let me see. Did I get it set now? Yeah, we can look at them from there just fine. So yeah, because it is our first look at our rookies every year in their NBA uniforms, I do generally, you know, we slog through a case or so of hoops. It's just painful to open, kind of. It's really, yeah, because there's no, unlike the top stuff, you know, when you get Series 1, Series 2, and Update, and you can do the top of it really fast because all the hits are in the middle. No such way to cut any time off of this. You just have to go through it pack by pack. But of course, we're going to find lots of parallels in here. They load this thing up with, I should say inserts more so than parallels. But they will load it up with tons of inserts. And of course, some of them are numbered. They're often fairly high numbered, especially like when we get into Road to the Finals and stuff like that. It's pretty high numbered stuff. But there is the possibility to pull some low things. And what else? What else? 2 autographs per box we'll find. And of course, if we get into a situation where we find Panini rewards points, well, that would just mean one of our hits got replaced with rewards points. And of course, we would give those out using random.org at the conclusion of the break, if that were to happen tonight. And most of this stuff, because it is a lot of base and a lot of unnumbered stuff, we'll go a little bit slower through the first box to kind of get a feel for what's in here. And then after that, of course, we'll go probably a little faster through things and only stop on low-numbered stuff and hits and like that. And that's really just in the essence of time, because it is quite a lot of cards we'll be looking through here. All right, let's get busting with it. And you know, we do still have 2017-18 products left to open, so we're not even done with all the 2017-18 releases. And yet here they are throwing in some 18-19 at us. So Panini around this time of year, they like to mix and match our basketball, and we end up some of everything. So what does this say? It says NBA City. So that again is just some sort of an insert. I don't see any numbering on it, but that's an example of obviously some inserts that we're going to find along the way. Of course, inserts do ship, rookies do ship, hits ship, numbered cards ship. It is only veteran base that doesn't ship. This one is numbered to 2018. It is Road to the Finals. So most of those Road to the Finals are probably going to be numbered about like that. I think if we get into some of the lower rounds, sometimes they're a little less, but otherwise looking at about that. Action Shots, that's a hollow foil sort of card. By the way, I just saw a headline. Did anybody read this? Can anybody give me the 411 on this? Did the Rockets really offer 4 first-round picks for Jimmy Butler? Is that for real? Or was that somebody just playing a crazy April Fool's kind of joke here in October? Because that seems insane to me. Ray Allen, archaeologist. That is, of course, another insert series. I literally just saw the headline about that, and I did not have any time to click into it or look at it any further, but it certainly seems to me like that is crazy. That just like doesn't even seem like that would be real. I've got to think that's not real. I mean, sure, I like Jimmy Butler, but who is giving up 4 first rounders for him? And Houston doing that? That just doesn't make sense to me. So I don't know. And I had the Monday Night Football game on briefly, and then you know what happened? I got sidetracked. Picture Perfect. That is a hollow foil as well, and it's going to be another insert series apparently that we'll find throughout here. I flipped over to look for something else, and I punched in the wrong channel, and I landed on Beetlejuice, and I couldn't help myself. I left Beetlejuice on. Houston Rockets. This is a backstage pass. Yet another insert series in here. That one wasn't numbered anyway. We might find some that are. We got next. There's this looks like it's going to feature our rookies. This one is Wendell Carter Jr. for the Bulls. And my guess is all of those we got next are probably going to be our rookies. This is my first shot looking at this too. I didn't buy any extra. I didn't open any for myself on this particular product either. So I'm getting a first look at it right alongside you right now. This is to 199 Landry Shamet for the 76ers on a little hollow foil rookie insert. There's another we got next for our rookies. And what did I say what did we say this one was called? This insert, maybe courtside. Yeah, so I see I warned you. There's a lot of different inserts in here. And here's another one. Legends of the Ball. This is John Stockton for the Jazz. It is also a hollow foil. So we've got a lot going on in hoops. But we haven't seen either one of our autographs yet, which is kind of crazy. That's to 2018. That's another road to the finals. That one was Mr. LeBron James. Checkerboard hollow foil, numbered to 99. Is that checkerboard? Yeah, I think it is. So the Milwaukee Bucks with Tony Snell there, numbered to 99. And there's another we got next. So both of our autographs must be hiding out here in this last little stack, man. Aha, here's going to come one for us. Damon Stoudemire for the Portland Trail Blazers. We just pulled him out of something else, didn't we? Didn't we just pull him out of Immaculate last night? I think we did. Anyway, there he is again with a little ink for the Trail Blazers as autograph 1. There's Shea out of this box. By all accounts, Shea is playing pretty well to start off the season. So, of course, you know I'm a big on my ex-UK guys, so I'm kind of excited to see how he does. Kevin, of course, Kevin Knox got injured, so he's got a twisted ankle, so we'll have to wait to get back to him. There's a Champions insert, Golden State Warriors. Of course, all those champions are going to be the Warriors, I guess, right? Unless they do them from different years. Here's our second autograph. This one is for the Knicks, Alonzo Trier. And these are sticker autographs. Both the ones we have pulled so far are stickers. I'm trying to think if we ever have any on card in hoops. We might, but I don't remember them offhand. We will, of course, have plenty of on-card autographs when we get to Donruss basketball, which isn't that far away. Donruss always has those next day autos, which are the on-card ones that are always nice. So this is a tip-off. Clint Capella and Mark Gasol. So it looks like we've got two different teams on there, right? We have the Grizzlies and the Rockets. So we're going to set that one off to the side. And I will use random.org at the end of the break, and we'll award any of them that we find that look like that have the two teams on them that are tip-off cards. So we'll just kind of set that in the housekeeping area and roll on with it at the end of the break. Trae Young is another one who's been playing pretty well. Of course, that's Trae on the wrapper there. I have to admit I wasn't sure what was going to happen with him, because he started out the year last year just playing lights out, man. I mean, the kid was really going crazy, and then he kind of slowed down for the second half of the season, and they didn't want him, I think, taking as many shots. They kind of tried to rein him in a little bit, and then his offensive production went down some, but still, you know, very solid offensively. Maybe not quite as solid on the defensive side of the ball, but that's not unusual coming out of college. So I'll admit, I wasn't sure how his game was going to translate, but I mean, you know what? So far, kid's still just knocking them down, so you cannot fault that, of course. And definitely DeAndre Ayton, he hasn't done anything to slow down the hype train for him either, so I think he's going to carry on with being one of our excellent rookies for 18-19, so it seems at the moment anyway. We always get a surprise, though, don't we? I mean, last year, I think, for most of us, it was Donovan Mitchell. I mean, maybe somebody somewhere amongst you had him pegged as being one of the best rookies we were going to have in the class, but I'll be honest and tell you, I didn't. I mean, I knew he was going to be okay because I'd seen him play, but I didn't really think he was going to be what he became, so. Martin's here. Hi, Martin. You've got the Kings and the Jazz. Well, let's see what we can locate for you amongst the Kings and the Jazz then, Martin. You kind of never know what you're going to get in hoops because you can get rookie signatures in here and you can also get veteran signatures in here, and you never know which ones you're going to get. Usually, you know, you think of products like this where it's first rookies in their NBA uniforms and all that. You would think that it would be all rookie autographs, but a lot of times there's a fair number of veterans mixed in, so which we've already seen a little of that, of course. Yeah, you can see these cards go 100 different directions. I'm not going to flip them every single time, but we will flip them here and there, and when it's warranted, of course. That's numbered to 2018, A Road to the Finals, Draymond Green. Latchman, you said you've been buying 5-star cards on eBay for cheap. Well, you mean buying into breaks, or you mean buying certain players? You got to give me a little more info, Latchman, so that I know exactly what we're talking about there. Because like with anything, of course, players, what player it is always makes a difference. But I don't know if you're talking about buying into breaks or buying specific cards. Joe Smith is our next signature out for the Golden State Warriors with another hot signature there. Kawhi Leonard is numbered to 199. And note that it does show the Raptors there. It has the traded designation there, says the date and the team he was traded to, and of course the Raptors team designation on the back. So even though he is in a Spurs uniform, of course it's going to go to the team that is listed on the card. And that is one thing that we will find kind of throughout basketball, much more so than we see with baseball or football. Really don't see it with baseball, but we do sometimes see it with football. In basketball, we see a lot where Panini will have an older image and then just an updated team designation and the information with the date of the trade. So that is one reason I typically sort the basketball cards from the back. So I don't even see the uniforms to possibly be influenced by them. I like to just see the team logo and keep me on the straight and narrow. That is numbered to 99. It's a Reggie Bullock for the Pistons. It's another checkerboard hollow foil. You're talking about singles? Yeah, I mean, again, it depends on the player, but for sure, some of those you can pick up at lower prices. And And the other thing is, this is a better time of year probably to be buying them because people, you know, baseball, while we're still in the World Series, baseball is winding down a little bit for the year, whereas football is really gearing up and basketball is starting to really gear up. And so that's part of what factors into it as well, I think. But mostly it's the player. So some players are always going to bring more money than others. That is Bradley Beal to 2018. But I kind of look at it like this. Anytime you've got the opportunity to buy what looks like, you know, something that looks like a good deal price-wise, then I say, yeah, go for it, man. Buy it and stash it. You know how I feel about that sort of thing. Don't pass up a bargain if you see one. Especially making sets, you know, that's anytime you can get a reasonable price when you're embarking on set building, you should definitely pull the trigger on it, I would think. Another backstage pass, I believe the exact same card we saw before, actually. Hey, this is Rookie Ink, and this happens to be who I think is going to be the Rookie of the Year. It's for the Dallas Mavericks, and it's Luka Doncic. And I think this kid is really going to be something special. So I love that we're pulling Doncic right out of the gate. So really nice hit if you have the Dallas Mavericks. I think he's already looks like he fits in just fine. He's going to get better as the year goes. That's my pick over Ayton, over any of the rest of them, even over Shea and Kevin. I like Luka to have the most impact on his team as a rookie. I think it's him. We'll find out. There's Jason Tatum. That one is numbered to 999. So it's a little less than our 2018, but because that one was around 2. Of course, the lower the round on those kind of cards, the lower the numbering will be. Look at that. Throwback Bill Russell for the Celtics. That was kind of cool. We have a numbered Mo Wagner here for the Lakers. That's numbered to 199. Ultimate OJ Mayo. You must have Dallas tonight then, I'm guessing. Yeah, I love that hit for you, man. I think that Doncic is going to be the man this year. Not that I don't think Ayton's going to be good, because, I mean, clearly he is going to be good. And I think we'll have some other nice rookies, too. I just think Luka's going to be the man. I haven't bought into any basketball breaks yet myself. I guess I need to, really, because I wouldn't mind picking up some Luka out of hoops either. So I probably need to get on that myself. Are there a lot of people breaking it? I haven't even looked to see how many people are breaking it. But yeah, I probably need to get myself in on some of that action. You've got the Mavericks and the Suns tonight. Excellent choices. I think you've got maybe some sleepers on the Suns, too. Miles Bridges comes to mind, for instance. But I think I think the Suns was a good choice. They are pretty, they've got a pretty good group coming in for Phoenix. And every year, I think the group that they've got is going to be the group that changes it all, right? And Phoenix, I mean. And then somehow it just never happens. Somehow they just don't mesh together, or I don't know. Somehow Phoenix always gets themselves derailed, even in the face of what looks like a really good draft class. But yeah, I do think besides your obvious choices for Phoenix, I do think you have maybe some hidden value in there too, is my point. So, out of your rookies. Oh, and of course you're chasing the Charles Barkley. Yeah, well, that would make sense as well. So much fun having Charles Barkley back in our autograph lineup for Panini. We've pulled him a couple of times out of various products so far. And, of course, he just made his debut after a 20 or so year absence with Noir a few months ago. And then they've been using him ever since. So it's nice having him back. I like seeing the Reggie Millers come out again for the Pacers. So, you know, Panini's got a little juice with some of their retired guys, getting some new blood in the fold, if you will. I would like to know what finally made Charles Barkley decide to sign, though, you know, because look how many years it's been. Nobody could make any kind of a deal with him, so kind of strange then that all of a sudden, I keep thinking those are going to be numbered, but they aren't. Guess I'll figure that out one of these days, right? After I flip every single one of them. There's another tip-off that we'll put over to the side. But yeah, it would be pretty cool if we pulled Charles Barkley out of here. I'll grant you that. Would not mind that one bit. And hey, maybe we'll find Ayton. We had him, speaking of, we had his 1 of 1 in something. What did we find that Ayton 1 of 1 in, guys? Was it Contenders Draft Picks? Something like that. I think we need to find the Ayton 1 of 1 in everything. That would make me happy. To $9.99, round 2. Insert for LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Of course, Hoops is not a product where you find a lot of 1 of 1s. That's, you know, kind of goes without saying. I guess that's a nice LeBron James hollow foil there on a highlights insert. Of course, that's when he was still a Cleveland Cavalier, so that's how that card will be awarded. That's the team that's printed on it. For those of you who might not know this, they have reconfigured Donruss this year. This is numbered to 25, so we've got a nice low number here for the Miami Heat, an NBA City Goran Dragic insert, hollow foil to 25. So Donruss, instead of being kind of like this, right, like Hoops, where we just had 20 boxes to a case and a zillion packs to a box and so on and so forth, they have reconfigured it. And it's actually going to be more like Topps Jumbos these days. That's the 2018. Yeah, so it'll have more cards in fewer packs, and it'll be almost, I think, just about identical to the way Topps does Series 1, Series 2, and Update. I think we'll have around 3,000 cards per case of those. I think we'll have a couple of hits per box, but it's less packs to open and all that kind of jazz. I'd have to double check the exact specs, but it's definitely a better configuration than we've had in the past. To $199, TJ McConnell and the 76ers. And Donruss is not terribly far away. I don't know. We're not awfully far from having Donruss. Maybe a week or two. Vincent says there are about 4 of the highlights in every 20-box case. So that LeBron James highlights that we saw earlier, apparently not super common then, at falling about 4 per case. This isn't super common either, but how about the Golden State Warriors pulling a Steph Curry autograph out of Hoops? Yeah, how about that? That's nice. Yes, indeed. And Hoops never brings a lot of money. Like, it always sells at kind of a lower end price because it's not a super expensive product, I guess. Well, it isn't in the grand scheme of things. when you compare it certainly to some of its counterparts. Dwayne Wade to 2018. But you can still pull some really nice stuff out of it. Like, for instance, that Steph Curry autograph. That is a rewards point that I saw us coming upon, so I wanted to get it down before we ran upon it, because, of course, there's info on the back that we don't want to just splash around everywhere. So I'll pick it up and take a look at it here in a second. And this is numbered to 99. It's for the Lakers, and wow, okay. Michalik. I'm sure that's completely and utterly wrong. I'm going with Michalik, and there it is to 99 once again in sort of a checkerboard kind of design. And then we had a hit replaced with a Panini Rewards Point card, and that's simply probably because we just pulled that really nice Steph Curry card. So we pulled a really expensive one, so they gave us a rewards point instead of giving us a second signature. Panini does that to us sometimes. Oh, we got a Barkley in Opulence. Did we? I couldn't even remember what all came out of Opulence. Isn't that terrible? It hasn't been that long ago that we opened it, but I swear to you guys, I can't remember what comes out from day to day sometimes. You picked up an Alex Wood Purple for $4.25 today. Wow, that's nice, Latchman. That's a nice investment there in 5-star for $4.25. Yeah, I don't know why nobody would have been interested in the Alex Wood. Maybe there's just a lot of them floating around out there right now. I don't know. Vincent, I agree with you. Vincent's typed in over there that he thinks the Hoops checklist is amazing for the price. I kind of agree when you compare everything side by side. The cost of the product, of course, being on the lower end, but the ability to pull some really big names like Steph Curry is, you know, it's pretty reasonable chance at doing that. Obviously, we've already done it here, just opening a few boxes. So your return on investment, your ROI with Hoops is really pretty good. But a lot of people just see Hoops and they don't even look twice at it. You know, lots of people don't like bidding on Hoops, and you know, the base is boring. Let's face it, it is. Nobody likes looking at all the base, but when you get good hits at a good price, hey, it's worth it, right? Plus, if you're of a mind to sell rather than to keep yourself, it's great to get some of these early cards of Luka, for instance, and Ayton, and any of your top draft picks, Trae Young, any of those guys that went in the lottery. You get these autographs on the first cards in the NBA uniform and turn around, list them and sell them real quickly, and you'll have a nice return there as well. Of course, they don't own the space for long because Don Russ does come in behind it fairly quickly, but I can't remember exactly what day Don Russ comes out. Maybe sometime in the next week or two. So it's not one that you want to let sit for too long if you're of a mind to sell it. Here comes a hit for the Lakers. It is AC Green and the Los Angeles Lakers. Mostly veterans so far, with the one Doncic, of course, that we saw go by with an autograph earlier. He's our only rookie autograph out so far, anyway. But I am super looking forward to the fact that they redesigned Don Russ, because I kind of felt like that needed to be done for a while, so I'm glad they've done that. And you know, Marvin Bagley, I think Marvin Bagley's should be good this year too. He's another one that, who said they had the Kings? I think it was Martin, right? So Martin, I think, once again, you've got a pretty good young group up there with the Kings. We'll have to see what they can string together and make happen. They're kind of like the Suns in that regard, that I think they've got a nice young core, but you just have to figure out how to make it work. That's numbered to 2018, James Harden on a round one road to the finals. Here's another rookie. Boston Celtics. It is Robert Williams III on our rookie ink here. So he's our second rookie to make an appearance tonight amongst our vets. Vincent, you said Marvin Bagley's cards are starting to have a little momentum, huh? Yeah, he came out some in contenders draft picks, but he didn't come out at a really super high rate. So he's not got, I mean, definitely, obviously he's got autographs out there, but he didn't come out at a massive amount. That's numbered to 25. It's Darius Miller for the New Orleans Pelicans. So he's another one that if we can come across him in here, it would be a nice time to flip him as well. That's numbered to 199. Spencer Dinwiddie for the Nets. Oh, and you know, another interesting thing this year about basketball is we don't have totally certified. We're going to have regular certified. That's numbered to 2018. It's Terry Rozier. So you guys know how usually basketball totally certified is what we get. And of course, regular certified we find in football. I've always kind of preferred regular certified to totally certified. It's just a slightly higher end product. It has more of a focus on the autographs and not as much focus on the relics, whereas I think totally certified, in my opinion, has always been a little more relic focused. So, no totally certified this year for basketball. We're going to get regular certified. So I'm kind of excited about that. They've definitely made some changes, revamping the basketball lineup a little bit. Started some last year and coming back around this year. I loved having Crown Royal come back last year. That was great. So I was happy to see it. I thought, not contenders, what am I trying to say? Why can't I get the name of it out? I can see that. Chronicles. I loved the way they redesigned Chronicles. In fact, I bought another case of that pretty recently. It's still sitting down there. I need to schedule it in to break it pretty soon. And we might break it. Maybe we'll break it next weekend. Maybe. But Chronicles, of course, you know, we had the fun of the chase with all the rookie inserts. And I opened a lot of cases of that and never found a gala, which was just killing me. So maybe it's going to be in this case I've got sitting down there. Of course, that's this year's rookies, 17-18 rookies. And obviously it's got autographs and relics and stuff in it too. And that may be the primary draw for many of you. But for me, the primary draw was all the inserts that you could only get in Chronicles for series that are defunct now, things they don't make in basketball anymore. And so it was pretty cool. And we do have the one case of that left that I'll dig into somewhere along the way. And we've got stuff to do mixers with. I think I've got some Studio down there, maybe some Donruss. I don't know. I've got a lot of odds and ends from basketball I need to put together. Do some mixers with sometime soon. But the point was, I got off on a tangent, but I know that surprises you, right? But I was glad that they've paid some attention to the basketball lineup and made some changes. And I really didn't even mind that we got rid of preferred. I mean, preferred went away, and the things that have been in preferred went into opulence. And I did like opulence, but I do think that for the price, they could have had a little bit stronger checklist. So that was my only complaint about opulence, is price versus checklist. I didn't think was a perfect matchup for that. But I was glad to see a change nonetheless. So there's another highlights. That one is the big man, Karl Anthony Towns for the Timberwolves. Kevin Knox, base rookie, went by. Here's another tip-off. We've got all those over there in our little housekeeping area that we will deal with at the end of the break, of course. This is another road to the finals, numbered to 2018 again, another round one. That one had Ricky Rubio on it. This is another round one to 2018. That one, Al Horford. So I take it none of you saw the headline that I was talking about earlier. Nobody chimed in and said anything. So maybe that was quote unquote fake news that I saw. It did seem pretty outrageous that somebody's offering 4 first-round picks for Jimmy Butler. Draymond Green, that is numbered to 99. It's a green checkerboard for the Warriors. A little Kevin Knox we got next. Well, that's weird. Did you see that? That's like a piece of one of the cards. It's an edge or something of a card that was just laying in there on top of those cards out of the pack. That's kind of strange. I guess we can assume something is miscut, probably by a lot. Here's another example of one. You see Julius Randle. He's in his Lakers uniform, but NOLA on the card. The traded date and designation NOLA on the back means it will be going to New Orleans. A round 2 numbered to 999. Road to the finals. Another archaeologist, Larry Mark. Is that Larry Markkinen? No, gosh, that's Steve Kerr. That's way back in the day. Traveling back in time, big time there. Celtics are going to hit again. Kevin McHale. Speaking of traveling back in time. So the Celtics had the last autograph that we looked at, which was their rookie Robert Williams, and they come along and pull another there with Kevin McHale. Right behind it, here's some rookie ink for the Thunder, Kevin Hervey. It's too bad that the NBA doesn't have the kind of farm system that we have in baseball, where, you know, you could start getting these guys autographs while they're working their way up through the system, so to speak. And I guess that's what they're trying to do with what they announced about the G League. Was it this week or last week? Recently, anyway. Where they announced that quote-unquote select players were going to be offered contracts up to $125,000 in the G League. So, of course, then the immediate question becomes, well, how do you determine which ones are, you know, the select players and all that? And then how long are they going to be in the G League before they can move up and all that? To 199, Ginobili and the Spurs. So maybe it is that they are going to try to build sort of a little farm system. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how it shakes out. There's another backstage pass, that one. Anthony Davis for Nola. There's a we got next with DiVincenzo. Dante DiVincenzo. Hero of the NCAA tournament. One of, anyway. Hi, Justin. I see that Ultimate OJ Mayo already gave you the 411 on your Warriors. So, yeah, you are off to a good start in that regard, my friend. Yeah, Vincent, I don't know. It's going to depend on what they do with all that. I mean, you know, the NBA is saying they want to do one thing, and then the Players Association wants them to do another thing, and then the NCAA wants them to do still yet another thing. I don't know. I think the whole thing's kind of a hot mess at the moment. But I think that they, oh my goodness, I think that they have the right idea with letting the kids at least, you know, some of the recommendations were things like letting them go on the whole way through the draft. And then if they get undrafted, if they go undrafted, they could still turn around and come back to school. I like that part of it, but I can see how that would be very problematic as well. Because then, you know, what do you do? Do you hold scholarships for these guys and then potentially then you're over the barrel if they don't come back and you haven't recruited appropriately to account for that? I mean, there's good and bad to every way that it could be done. So I don't know, really. I don't think there's an easy fix, that's for sure. But I do think the fact that those three Adidas executives, or two Adidas executives, and then the one guy, the middleman, Christian Dawkins, I think the fact that all three of those guys got convicted in federal courts probably got a lot of people nervous. All the assistant coaches that were indicted, their trials will be the next ones coming up. And then who knows where it's going to go from there. Latchman, what you say, what can you get with 150 points from Panini? You know, I haven't looked at their catalog in a really long time, but a lot of times when it's 150 points, you're probably going to need to save it up and get some additional points to go along with it most of the time. But I'll tell you the easiest way to do it, Latchman, is download the Panini Rewards app. You can put it on your phone or tablet or whatever. And once that's on there, you can browse through the whole catalog of what they offer, because they'll give you options for all kinds of different things. So not just football and basketball and baseball, but I think they have some entertainment autographs and cards that you can get on there. They add stuff periodically. It can be autographs, it can be relics. There's some stuff that takes a reasonable amount of points. There's some stuff that takes so many points that I don't know how you'd ever get that many. That's to 199 Robin Lopez. But for the most part, you know, if you hang on to them, get yourself maybe 600 points or something like that, you would probably be able to find, I mean, you can find things for less than 600 points, I believe. But I'm saying for 600, you could probably find something you wanted. For less than that, I mean, you know, I don't know. You kind of have to just, and it's really, unless they've revamped it, I haven't looked at the catalog in a while, but unless they revamped it, man, it was a kind of a pain to scroll through everything that they had, and like I would just get tired of looking. So it could be that there's even better stuff in there than I can think about. Hey, here's a nice hit for the Chicago Bulls, Wendell Carter Jr. with a nice little rookie autograph coming out for Chicago. That's a nice hit for the Bulls. Oh, you have no points right now? Well, you know, that's not a bad thing either. Sometimes depends on how you look at it. Some people like the points. I personally would always rather have the hit than the points, but that's just me. So the Celtics just keep on pulling things. They pull Paul Silas as they are traveling back in time yet again with that one for the Boston Celtics. So, you know, it's still probably worth, though, downloading that app, Latchman. You can always delete it if you don't think you would ever use it or whatever, but it might be worth downloading to just take a look and kind of see the sort of things they offered. I mean, I'm trying to think. Basketball-wise, I picked up some Kentucky guys a couple of years ago, some rookie stuff out of like Prism or Optic or whatever that weren't. Tyler Eulis was one I picked up. I'm trying to think who else, and they weren't terribly expensive points-wise. And out of football, like I got a Josh Dobbs Optic autograph for I think 600 points and that sort of thing. So, you know, you're not going to get a DeAndre Ayton out of there for any kind of points, but a lot of things they will have. To 199, that's Alan Crabb and the Nets. My primary issue with those points is that they charge you shipping to send you the thing. That is round 1 to 2018, James Harden. Because I think it's like super cheap and kind of insulting that they charge shipping when you redeem those points. I mean, they already, you know, come on, people. We already got our hit replaced, and then on top of that, they're going to make us pay the postage to get our backup card, if you will. Makes me crazy. Gortat Clippers, once again, ignore the uniform. The team that you see there on the card is where it will go. Honestly, I'd forgotten they traded Gortat. Rozier, round 1 to 2018. Road to the finals for the Celtics. Here comes another highlight. This is a Steph Curry highlight. So I believe this is our third one. We found a Steph Curry. We found Karl Anthony Towns. And earlier we found LeBron James. I think it was Vincent, right, that said those don't fall, but maybe something like 3 or 4 a case, I think you said. We've found 3 so far in the first half, so we got a little bit of luck going on our side. That is a round 2. LeBron James to 999 for the Cavaliers. This is Kyrie Irving. I don't know why I keep thinking those purple ones should be numbered. They're not. I know they're not. I still flip it over and check about every 4th or 5th time because I can't seem to accept the fact that it's not numbered. Like, I know it's not, but I think it should be, so I just keep flipping it over. I know. The definition of insanity, right? You do the same thing and expect different results or something like that. Greg, you said there's not much in the Panini Rewards catalog for 150. Yeah, see, I don't know. I never got through searching very far. I would always want to look like at a certain thing. So I would always try to just like scroll down to the Steelers in football, but it would take forever for me to scroll down there. And they've probably redesigned that now and made that app a lot more user-friendly than it used to be. But it used to drive me crazy because I couldn't easily find what I wanted to find. So in other words, I haven't spent a lot of time looking at it to see all the things you could get. And I haven't looked at it recently, like at all. But Latchman, I know you do lots of breaks. Of course, Greg, you do too. So along the way, you know, just the law of averages says you'll probably end up with some points cards somewhere along the way from breaks, if nothing else. And then just save them up is what I would do. And once you have 600 or so points, I think you'd be able to find something without too much trouble. So we're cruising right along here. We're about an hour in, and obviously we are ahead of the halfway point. So we're making good progress here tonight with hoops so far. So far, so good. Got a little ways to go yet, but we're getting there. I wouldn't mind really breaking more hoops than just the one case if there weren't so many other things out with so many base cards right now. A lot of them are baseball, but still, there's a lot of them out there. And they're just dumping products out so fast this time of year. You know, every single week we get 3, 4 new products, and it'll be that way all the way through the end of the year. We'll have 3, 4, you know, closer we get to the holidays, 5, 6 products at once. It just gets crazy. That is numbered to 2018. It's John Wall, round 1, road to the playoffs with the Wizards. Mo Bamba, Orlando Magic. I expect Mo Bamba to be pretty good too. The Heat, it is Dion Waiters. Hey, that's numbered to 10. We like it when they're low numbered. I told you guys we didn't find a lot of them, but sometimes we get lucky and find a nice one. Well, Latchman, then maybe we're going to end up sending that 150 points card with you tonight. You never know. I mean, you've got a pretty decent number of teams in here, the best I recall, so it could, law of averages could have it fall to you. You never know. And, oh, Colin Sexton, Cleveland Cavaliers. I really just can't get back in the groove with basketball quite yet. Like I can with the cards. I'm way ready to be, you know, opening the 18-19 cards. I'm glad they're here. But as far as watching it, I don't know. I always have a hard time watching basketball until we get a little bit into November. You know, I'm still really into football. We're still trying to get baseball wrapped up. For some reason, I have a hard time jumping into the NBA scene until about mid-November usually. About the time we get some good stuff going with college basketball, then I'm ready to make the leap. We're through with baseball. We're back down to just 2 sports again. It's hard to find time to watch it all. And so some nights you just give up and watch Beetlejuice like I was doing tonight. That's the 199's the Milwaukee Bucks and Tony Snell. How is old Brock Osweiler doing tonight from the Dolphins? Does anybody have Texans-Dolphins on? Speaking of, I would be interested to know what the score is if anybody has it on and you'd like to share. To 199, that's Mike Scott and the Clippers. We've got some rookie ink coming for the Magic. It is Melvin Frazier for Orlando. Doncic again. I just, I don't know. I stopped to look at it for a second. I do like that kid. Oh, man. Look at this. We are having quite a nice half case here. We've already pulled Steph Curry. We've already pulled Doncic. Minnesota Timberwolves. How would you like to have Karl Anthony Towns added to your collection, numbered to 25, no less? Yeah. Thanks. I'll take that one, guys. I don't mean me personally. I mean us collectively for the break. I am pretty astonished that we just pulled Karl Anthony Towns to 25 out of here. And the T-Wolves got that for next to nothing. Yes, indeed. Got a bargain. That is a round one Klay Thompson for the Golden State Warriors. So right now, as a whole, I am very pleased with where this case has taken us so far. We still have 3 boxes to go in this half, and then we'll still have the entire other half to open in another break. So who knows what other fabulous stuff it's going to give us, but it's been good to us so far. And they didn't even sock us with another rewards point in the box where we got the big Karl Anthony Towns to 25. So how about that? Got Karl and our other autograph out of that box. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I do like it. And of course, you know I love Karl Anthony Towns anyway, so. I don't know how he's going to coexist there with Jimmy Butler, though. They really do need to just get Jimmy Butler moved on out of there. And honestly, I'm not sure, but what Wiggins needs to move on out of there, too. The front office has certainly made no secret of the fact that they wanted more production out of him. Or Wiggins, I mean. And I don't know. I don't really think he's delivered it yet. Got a lot of talent, but he just isn't really kind of coming out exactly where you would think he would. In terms of results, I mean. It is 21-10 Texans. All right, then. I like Deshaun Watson. I want him to win. And of course, poor Brock Osweiler, though. I guess, you know what, that guy probably could use a win, but just in general, I mean, he's had a rough go of it the last few years. So where was he? He started out Texans, cut by Texans, went to Broncos, then salary dump. Did he go straight from the Broncos? I think he did. Or did he go from... He went the other way, didn't he? He was at the Broncos. Then he went to the Texans. Got sent to the Browns in the salary dump from the Texans. In that basically salary dump trade. Then after that, worked his way back around to the Broncos to 2018. That was another round one playoff. And then got cut again in Denver. And wound up where he is now with the Dolphins. So he's not had a very good couple of years. Although, frankly, I think he's made good money, so maybe he doesn't really care if he's bouncing around and hadn't been playing that much. I guess if he's making a lot of money, he's like, who cares? D Rose to 99, T-Wolves, green, checkerboard. That is to 299. It's Aaron Baines. I don't know, though. I think I would want to play. I've thought about this before. You know, they give you all that money, and so you got to be happy because you've got all this money. And, of course, you still have to show up and practice and whatnot, but you don't have to get out there and play and, you know, get banged up and beat up and all that. You still get all the money. So I've thought about that before. Like, would I be happy if I were that caliber of an athlete that I could just sit back and collect my check? Yeah, probably not. You probably would want to compete and would probably be sad if you know, had to ride the pine. I don't know. I would think the paycheck would help mitigate the sadness. It would for me, but I don't know about for them. Jimmy Butler to 2018. Ultimate OJ Mayo says, hey, don't feel too bad for him because he got paid. He did. He got paid a lot of money. That you're not wrong about that, but still, I don't know. Of course, now Denver's probably going, man, we should have kept him after that Chad Kelly mess. Can you even believe that? That is the most bizarre thing. That is to 2018 JJ Redick round 1. I mean, that was just super, super bizarre. Wow, this is an oldie. It is Ron Mercer for the Bulls. How about that? And this is the last time you pulled a Ron Mercer autograph. Yeah, I bet it's been a while. Just saying. Let's say it's been a while. To 199, there's Thon Maker and the Bucks. I kind of thought Thon Maker would be a little bit better than he has been. Not that he's, you know, terrible or anything, but I thought Thon Maker would be a bit more of an impact player than he has been up to this point. Anyway, of course, you never know. Some days one day they just turn the lights on and become a whole other player, and you're like, wait, where were you the last couple years? So it could happen. We have a signature for the Wizards, and it's another rookie. It is Troy Brown Jr., Washington Wizards. There's another tip-off here. So, of course, for those of you who are here for this tonight, remember the back half of this case is going to be opened on, what did I say, guys? Sunday, I think it is, that we'll dig into the back half of this case of hoops. If you care to come and join me again, hopefully you will. And then, of course, Tuesday of next week, if you're into the memorabilia, we are going to do another half case of the basketball jerseys. I kind of like doing the memorabilia in half cases and full cases, but sometimes the monetary part of it doesn't really quite match up. Sometimes you can do that and be fine, and other times you do a half case and it's like, you end up, by the time you pay the fees and all the stuff, kind of going south on it. But I'm still gonna do some as half cases, and we'll do some singly, some individually, I should say, as well. And probably do some more three-peat boxes before long. I was just waiting for them to change out and give us a different series on the three-peat, which of course is similar to the triple play that we see Hit Parade do in baseball, or the 4th and goal that they do in football. Kentucky Wildcats got a big football game coming up this weekend against Missouri, trying to get our poor little quarterback sort of back in, I don't know, line. Not back in line, but it's not the word I'm looking for. Back in sync, back in rhythm is what I'm trying to say. So, of course, this week now they've come out and said, hey, we're going to play multiple quarterbacks. And my thought on that is, well, you should have been doing that already. You should have been doing that at the 4th quarter of the Texas A&M game for sure, and a couple other places. But anyway, but if you are going to do that, why do you announce it so far ahead of time so the other team can game plan for your other quarterbacks? Because, I mean, they've got film of Gunnar Hoke, little bit of film of Danny Clark, I guess. But is it Danny Clark? Yeah, that they were talking about putting in. But But Gunnar Hoke, you know, there's definitely film for them. Why would you put it in there? I mean, then they just game plan for you. That was just, like, silly, I thought. So then my dad says, oh, they're probably not going to change it anyway. They're probably just saying that so that they can scare Terry Wilson. Rodney Hood to 199 for the Cavs. Which, of course, Terry Wilson is our current quarterback who threw for, I think, a whopping 18 yards, was it? In our last game. Oh, no, a kid's been bad. For throwing, anyway, been bad. To 999, round 2, road to the playoffs. That one was for the Jazz. Oh, Greg, you're not kidding. Watch out for Georgia. I mean, we got to get through Missouri first. I mean, you know, Georgia is not this Saturday, but next. And depending on what happens with us this week, and of course what happens with Georgia, we could be, I mean, it could have implications as far as the SEC East goes, right? I mean, maybe if we win and Georgia wins, then I think it would come down to whoever won the game between the two of us would take the lead in the SEC East. So, I don't know. But we got to get through Missouri first. And we got to be able to throw the ball more than, let's say, 18 yards. Tony Parker, more nice veteran ink. And, of course, coming out here for the Hornets. Once again, you see that he is in his Spurs uniform, but Hornets clearly noted on the card there. And there's his little traded information on there as well. So some really, really nice veteran ink has come out of here for us tonight. That is Mark Gasol. It's numbered to 25 for the Grizzlies, Memphis Grizzlies. Which ones had we looked at? Oh, I don't know. We better just look at them all again. I don't remember which stack I set where, so if we already looked at some of these, I apologize, but we're going to look at them again. I'm not sure that we did, though. But maybe. Either way, you can consider it a bonus. If we looked at them once, you got a bonus, you got to see them again. Traveling the same road occasionally happens. Now, that was a Reggie Miller Legends. Closing in on it. Greg, you said SEC playoff, huh? Yeah, well, I don't know. As I say, we got a ways to go. We got to get through this Missouri game. Then we got to worry about the Georgia game and then see where we sit after that. Because good grief, we'll still only be the first weekend in November once we get through Georgia. So I don't know, but we certainly have been better than I expected us to be this year. I thought we were going to be good. I thought we were going to be improved. But other than our quarterback play, we've been pretty good. Our defense has been incredible. Well, well, well. Grayson Allen coming out for the Jazz. So, and numbered to 25, no less. Of course, Grayson Allen played for Duke. And we all know how I feel about Duke, having gone to the University of Kentucky. But Grayson Allen, man, that kid was like crazy. he tripped people all the time, like literally purposefully tripped them. So I'm guessing they've gotten that out of his system now that he's in the NBA. I would hope so. Because if he tries some of that stuff on the professional level, somebody will probably just haul off and sock him right in the face. But anyway, he was a good player for Duke. Stayed for all 4 years. And, he'll probably be pretty good for the Jazz. And pulling that to 25 is not too shabby. Greg says he just doesn't get caught. Oh, he'll get caught in the NBA. if the refs don't catch him doing it, I'm telling you, some player will just turn around and knock his head right off. He's not going to get away with too much of that tripping in the NBA, I don't think. So hopefully he's grown out of that. He's a very emotional player, you know, like, I think that's part of where the tripping comes from. And of course he's had outbursts on the bench, both angry outbursts and like crying kind of outbursts. Like the guy is just very emotional. So they need to channel that for him there at Utah. And maybe if they can channel that into something productive, we'll see what we got. Yeah, Greg, I hope he's grown up a little bit. Because, I mean, kid, as I said, kid's a pretty good ball player. You just can't get that kind of carried away. Of course, many people say the same thing about Boogie Cousins, you know. Boogie plays with a lot of emotion. Now, he doesn't trip people, but he certainly trash talks and hard fouls and not certainly have his share of on-court confrontations and scuffles and whatnot. So, you know, he's another one they would tell you needs to play with maybe a little less emotion or channeled emotion, if you will. But you know what? When you're as good as Boogie is, they can't say too much to you. Craig, you said to medicate him. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I know. I tell you. We could all be on medication on any given day of the week, right? Or maybe we all should be on any given day of the week. All right, we are last box mojo time. We've already had ourselves a pretty good case up to this point, but let's try to cap it off with something equally nice here in our final box of the night. In this half case, anyway. With the other half still hanging out waiting on us. Not for tonight, obviously. Waiting on us for a different night. Aaron Gordon to 199 for the Magic. Oh, man. Dennis Rodman. Wow. For the Pistons. And that is also numbered to 25. Telling you, man, this has been a fun case. We have had a lot of nice stuff come out of here. Dennis Rodman. Pre-wedding dress days. That was still the strangest thing I think I've ever seen a pro athlete do. Dennis Rodman has had his moments of notoriety. There you go. That's the word. Notoriety. Had to think about how to phrase that. Crazy, crazy. Lonnie Walker the fourth. Mr. Matrix himself. Looks like we have some rookie ink coming for the Lakers. And it is this guy again. Oh, man, guy, I can't say your name. McCallick. I'm going with McCallick, and I'm just virtually certain that that is incredibly wrong. But that's what I'm going with. McCallick. Greg, you said wild hair. You must be talking about Lonnie Walker. Yeah, he's got some high hair. His hair is very tall. That is to 2018. It's Joel Embiid, 76ers. Amplifiers, Lou Williams insert. A backstage pass for the Celtics and Jason Tatum. Whoa, 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 whoa. Somebody trying to jump ship there. That is numbered to 999. As a reminder, this break had its own bidding category for veteran base. So veteran base is not shipping to you. Here's what is shipping to you. Any numbered card, out the door. Any insert like that, shipping out the door. Any autograph cards are shipping out the door, and any rookie cards are going out the door. So anything that says RC on it, anything that's an insert, anything numbered, anything autographed, all will be shipped. Any veteran base like that, not shipped. Chandler Parsons to 99. That's for the Grizzlies. And that's the same thing in the back half of the case, guys. The veteran base, once again, will have its own bidding spot in the back half of that case as well. Same as this front half. Numbered to 25, it's a Steph Curry kind of night. This is an archaeologist insert for the Golden State Warriors. Of course, the idea is that that design looks like the Raiders of the Lost Ark, you know. So that's the idea. And, of course, the emphasis on arc and, you know, archaeologists, like shooting arc, and a different spelling than Raiders of the Lost Ark. But yet, you get it. You get the play on words there. Okay, before we recap, we do have a little housekeeping to do. We've got 150 Panini Rewards points to give away, but we also have this little group of cards right here. And each of these cards has two different teams on it, a team on the left and a team on the right. In that case, it's the Sixers and the Timberwolves. That's the Mavericks and the Knicks. That's just mixed in there and shouldn't be. It should be over with our other cards. There's the Spurs and the Grizzlies, the Rockets and the Mavericks, T-Wolves and Rockets, Warriors and Pelicans, Grizzlies and Rockets. Here's what's going to happen with those. I'm going to head over to random.org. I'm going to send you over there first and follow along behind you. I will simply type in left side and right side. Then I'm going to hit random 3 different times. The first 2 do not count. The third and final random will make a determination where each of those cards will go. So if it goes to the left side, it will be the team on the left side of each of those cards. If it comes up as right, then obviously the team on the right side of each one. Well, I didn't mean to have that on all caps, but oh well, it's not going to hurt anything. All right, here we go. You can ignore the first one, ignore the second one. Here comes our third and final. There you see 3 times our date and time stamp comes up the left-hand side of the card. So I'm going to put one of these in a sleeve, the top one, so that I can circle it, and it will remind me. So the Grizzlies, the left-hand side of the card is where we're going to go. So this one will go to Marc Gasol side in the Grizzlies. This goes to the Warriors with Kevin Durant. This one gets the T-Wolves, Karl Anthony Towns. Here we have the Rockets and Clint Capella. Paul Gasol and the Spurs on that one. This is the Dallas Mavericks with Maxi Kleber. And then finally the 76ers with Joel Embiid. So that's how our tip-off cards are awarded. Now we have 150 Panini Rewards point card. That replaced one of our hits. So for this, I'm going to bring you along with me here. We're simply going to copy all of our team names from the spreadsheet. And then I'm going to take them and pop them into the good old random.org website. And from that point, we will do basically the same thing, except instead of doing random 3 times, we're only going to do random 1 time because we actually have 31 items in our list. We have our 30 teams, and then the veteran base it was also a bidding position, so it's in there as well. So you can scroll down through here. You see that each of our teams were pasted in there. And I pretty much always do it this way, guys. If we have 10 or fewer items, I do random 3 times. When we have 10 or more, I do random just once. So we're going to hit randomize right now, and whatever team comes out on the top in the number 1 position is going to get this. So good luck. This is for the points card. It comes up for the Chicago Bulls, and there again you'll see our date and time stamp down there. And the Chicago Bulls are taking home our 150 points tonight. Now we can recap. Hey, 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 how about that? We made pretty good time tonight, not too shabby. So the Bulls, 150 Panini Rewards points. Rookie ink for the Lakers, yeah, I don't know. Michalik, I'm just going to stick with Michalik. Dennis Rodman, that is numbered to 25 for the Pistons. We had Grayson Allen numbered to 25, a little rookie ink for the Jazz. Nice veteran Tony Parker coming out for the Hornets. And then we have some more rookie ink. This is Troy Brown Jr. for the Wizards. Ron Mercer, some throwback signing for the Bulls. Karl Anthony Towns, super nice hit to 25 for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then it's Melvin Frazier and the Magic. Paul Silas and the Celtics. Some more rookie ink, Wendell Carter Jr., a nice hit for the Bulls. Kevin Hervey, there's some more rookie ink. That one is for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Kevin McHale, little time travel ink for the Celtics. And then here's the rookie for the Celtics, Robert Williams III. AC Green for the Lakers. The nice Steph Curry for the Golden State Warriors. Oh, my favorite one of the night, I think. And you know what? We had some really nice stuff in here, but I'm high on this kid. I like this kid a lot so far. Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. Rookie ink, I think, is a fantastic hit. Joe Smith comes out, Golden State Warriors. I had forgotten we pulled Joe Smith. He got overshadowed by Curry, didn't he? Alonzo Trier, that is for the Knicks with a little rookie ink. And then Damon Stoudemire started things off tonight for the Trailblazers. So that is our recap. That's our break for tonight. I will put up spreadsheet information one more time here for anyone who might have missed it. We'll take a quick spin here and take a look at your anticipated shipping date, and we'll also revisit our upcoming auctions page very quickly. So again, anticipating a Tuesday shipping date for everything that we open tonight. If I can get it out to you faster than Tuesday, I most assuredly will. But kind of plan on Tuesday. Be happy and pleasantly surprised, I should say, if it gets out the door to you faster than that. Here's the stuff that's coming up in the days ahead. Of course, we are starting early all the way through Monday night. Then we'll get back on our 10 o'clock schedule starting Tuesday night. But until then, we're looking at 9:15, 9:30 start times. Actually, it looks like 9:30 the rest of the way through. So tomorrow night, we'll open a case of 5-star baseball. We'll open a half case of Flawless Baseball, which comes out tomorrow as a new Friday release. I'll open the last case I have of Immaculate Basketball, and we'll open the first case of Prism Football, which is a Friday release as well. On Saturday, another 9:30 start time, we'll open a single autographed baseball jersey, a full case of Leaf autographed full-size football helmets. Yeah, you heard that right. Full case, not just one. 3 in there. Another half of Flawless Baseball, and a full 10-box case of Archives Baseball. On Sunday, we'll open a half case of Leaf Autograph Mini Football Helmets. It's the start of a new case. A half case of Leaf Autograph Football Jerseys, also the start of a new case. We'll open the back half of this case of Hoops Basketball that we started tonight. We're going to finish it up on Sunday night. Monday also finds us starting at 9:30. We'll open an autographed baseball jersey, a 4th and goal football box, which has 4 autographed items, a jersey, a full-size helmet, a mini helmet, and a photograph. And then we'll open another full case of Topps Update Jumbo Baseball, and that one I will ship all of the veteran base, which is just going to be awful. I'm just know it. That's terrible. It's going to take forever, but that's how you guys wanted to do the second case, so I'm going to suffer through it and do it that way. Shipping prices have been adjusted on that break because truly every team is going to get a massive pile of cards. There's 3,000 cards in that break. On Tuesday, we will be back at our normal 10 o'clock start time from there on out, and we'll open a Hit Parade Series 37 autographed full-size football helmet. We'll open a half case of Gold Rush autographed basketball jerseys. That is also the start of a new case. We'll open a 5th and final case of 5-star baseball on Tuesday night, and we'll open a second case of Prism Football. So that's what we look like in the days ahead. I hope that I'll see one or more of you again as we go through the rest of the week. In the meantime, I do appreciate you spending part of your Thursday night here with me this evening as we broke through hoops. I appreciate you joining me, and I hope you have a great weekend up ahead. We're not far from it. One more 8-hour workday, we'll be there. Take care, all. We'll see you tomorrow night. Bye now.